So the world stopped making sense to me 20 years ago. I mean, take a scroll on Instagram or TikTok or any social media platform, and you'll see our lives are now a mix of the Jerry Springer show, the Maury Povich show, the Oprah Winfrey show, Girls Gone Wild, Jackass, America's Got Talent, and America's Funniest Videos. Oh, don't forget entertainment television. Okay. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me that our lives have not become some mix of all of those programs together. Now, although I can laugh about it today, the world and social media has seriously challenged my mental health, and I'm sure it's done the same for you. And by mental health, I mean it has made me question how my mind and the world is supposed to work together to create the life that I want. And if you're not careful, the same will happen will happen to you if it hasn't already started happening. So with that, I'm sharing my favorite books with you and have been actually sharing my favorite books with you. The books that have changed my mind to make sense so I can make sense. Ba-dum-bum. You get it? Sense. All right. Make sense in this world without losing my mind. I'll share in the upcoming emails my favorite quotes with you from some of these books. I've already begun sharing the books themselves and what my overall summary is and takeaways have been from the books. But kicking it off, I'd love to start sharing some of my favorite quotes with you from these books. And I'll also share why the books I've read in some of the emails that you'll see and some of the audios that you'll hear. I'll share with you why these books are some of my favorites or why these quotes are some of my favorites as well. So if you want to get your hands on those books, I'll leave the Amazon links to them. And if you are looking for the actual book reference library that I use for some of these, you can find them in the 24 Blueprint Playbooks library somewhere on page 80, 81, somewhere around there. You'll find it. So that said, let's talk about the one that I want to speak on today, which is called Conversations with God by Donald Neale Walsch. This book was about, well, the obvious. Okay. Conversations with God. And I'll get into the details in this podcast that I've shared with you. In the podcast that you'll listen to about the book and what my takeaways were. And the book isn't religious, as you might be thinking. So just make sure you're following the Grind Scheme podcast so you can hear the full review when that's available of the book Conversations with God by Donald Neale Walsh. If you're an Audible or audiobook reader, check it out on Audible. Definitely a great read. Listen to it on like 1.5 speed. I like to do it that way, or just the regular speed, and start making sense of the world so that you can make sense in this world and manifest your vision of what you think is possible for you. All right. Thanks a lot. And I will see you guys in the upcoming podcast episodes. Thank you so much. And oh, before we forget, what's your favorite book to recommend? Please feel free to reply wherever you see this on social media. I'd love to hear it.